Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, this is one car I've been wanting to do for a long time. What we have here is a 2023 Cadillac CT4 V-Series Blackwing in Rift metallic paint with a jet black interior. We're going to check out this Blackwing, see what it's bringing to the table in the sports sedan market. So let's dig in. The front end of the Blackwing looking good with that Rift metallic paint, the huge Cadillac emblem on the middle of the grille, LED lighting all the way around, functionality in the grille, top and bottom, functional side air curtains, a real beefy look on the front end of this Blackwing. Now, as we come around to our wheel and tire setup on the Blackwing, what we're looking at here is an 18-inch aluminum alloy wheel. The color here is satin graphite. We have Brembo brakes all the way around with the V-Series emblem on the red brake calipers. Now, wheels are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, 255 on the width up front, a 35 series sidewall 18s. Out back, we're going to go 275 on the width, a 35 series sidewall 18s. Fairly thin sidewall, so watch out. If you're driving down the road, you don't want to hit a pothole or else you're going to pop that tire, give it a sidewall bulge, or maybe even bend the wheel if you hit it hard enough. So be careful with these 35 sidewalls. Now, we have adaptive dampers, all four corners as well, and an electronically controlled limited slip diff out back on this rear wheel drive vehicle. As we pull out, again, the Rift metallic with the satin graphite wheels just looks really, really good. Great design by Cadillac on this Blackwing. As we come down further, we have the V-Series badge right out the bottom of the front door. Color match side view mirror with LED turn signals. Color match on the front and rear door handle. Our fuel filler cap on the right side of the vehicle. Up top, a color matched roof with shark fin antenna and a standard sunroof. The rear end of the Blackwing, I love the gloss black deck lid spoiler coming off the top, CT4 on the left, V-Series Blackwing badge on the right of the trunk with the Cadillac emblem right in the middle. We have a functional quad tip exhaust, gloss black down there. Could get a little beat up with some miles on it, but it's hard to say. But since we got this Blackwing action with a quad tip exhaust, let's hear how this baby sounds. All right, we're under the hood of this Blackwing, and what are we looking at for power plant? Well, we have Cadillac's 3.6 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. You can also get the CT4-V Blackwing with a 6-speed manual transmission, 472 horsepower, 445 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 16 in the city, 24 on the highway, 19 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. And of course, you see those strut tower braces on either side of the engine to stiffen up this front end. Looking really good underneath the hood. Let me know how you think this looks. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, I'm loving these Blackwings, but these babies are expensive. So how much am I going to have to lay out for this one? All right, well, here we go on the price. So base price for the 2023 CT4 V-Series Blackwing is $60,495. Now this one's got a few options. We have to add in $2,275 for the 10-speed automatic transmission, an extra $1,600 for the performance data and video recorder, an extra $1,050 for the sunroof, an extra $900 for the driver assistance package. That gets you the adaptive cruise control, enhanced automatic emergency braking, reverse automatic braking. We then have to add in $725 for the tech package, gets you the air ionizer and the head-up display. Then we have to add in $625 for this Rift metallic paint, an extra $600 for the 18-inch aluminum alloy satin graphite finish wheels, an extra $595 for the brake calipers in red, an extra $285 for the dealer installed interior protection package, an extra $245 for the black lug nuts, an extra $95 for the black wheel locks. Then we have to add in destination and delivery of $1,395 from Cadillac's Lansing, Michigan assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $70,885. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver's door panel, we have the soft touch with the white stitching, so the jet black with the white stitching, chrome door handle, 2 memory seat settings, also your exit seat setting, which means where do you want the seat to go when you get out of the car? Do you want it to move back, give you more room, or do you want it to stay the same place or move closer? That's what that is, so that's a nice touch. We have some gloss black plastic around the flat black switchgear, nice soft armrest, good sized door pocket, and then we have right here, that's where we pop the trunk. Now as we move into our foot box, look at that. Nice aluminum finish on all 3 pedals. We have the all-season mats in the vehicle at this time. We have the Cadillac V badge right here to welcome you to the vehicle. We have power seats for the driver and the front passenger right here, looking good. And then our jet black seating with the white stitching, looking good. Would have been nice to have a V in here or something, but we have soft headrest. We have nice firm bolstering here in the sports sedan. It looks good for an understated interior. Passenger door panel, the same action all the way around, looking good. Love how large the door pocket is. We have the upgraded AKG sound system in here. Now, we're going to go with soft touch stitching, soft touch, and then down below here, nice large glove box. Infotainment screen time, we have Cadillac's 8-inch infotainment system angled towards the roof. Keep the glare from the sun coming in the windshield off of it. It is wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, and once you wake it up, really nice pinch to zoom right here. We can get rid of that message. So they have you all set right there, looking good. Now we have all the controls down here for wherever you want to go. Right now we're on, we can go to our music. We got Megadeth rocking out right now. We can Bluetooth our phone. We again go back to our maps. We can go to our climate control settings where we have our dual zone climate control. So they have all this set up. We got the ionizer on right now, making the air all nice and clean in here. You got your 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot going. So they got all that action going, which is nice. We can push our home button to get back to home. We can go to our settings. We can go ahead and set up the Wi-Fi hotspot, set up your networks. We can get to our sounds right here. Startup volume, if we want to have that. We got our voice command settings, language, clock, all that jazz. We have our apps. There's our Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We have our vehicle settings that we can set up, climate quality and all that other stuff, exit lighting, vehicle locator lights. So they have a lot of nice stuff in this 8-inch system. And I do like the fact that we're wireless here on the CarPlay and Android Auto. Now we can go back to our map. We're back in business. Now when we go to reverse, we have a nice large backup camera. Takes up the whole screen with trajectory. Looking good. We'll go back to park. And there you have it, a really nice, easy to use system. And the 8-inch screen is fine with me. I don't need anything bigger than that in a car like this. And it is partially integrated into the dash, which I like. There's the home button if you want to hit that. 2 heat and air vents, redundancies for our dual climate control right there, plus our defrost. Then we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger right there. There's our push button start. Down below, there's our wireless charging pad right in there. So they got you covered there. Now, here is the gear shift to go through this 10-speed automatic. And like I mentioned earlier, you can get it in a 6-speed manual. We have the soft touch with the stitching. Here's our dial in case you don't want to touch the screen to go through your infotainment system. We have the carbon fiber accents right here, which is great. 2 cup holders with a trim ring. Cadillac V-Series key fob right here. Lock, unlock, remote start, pop the trunk panic button on the back in red with the V emblem. Looks nice, really nice solid weight to it too. Down below here, you have your auto vehicle hold, traction control off. These are to go through your drive modes. And then we have a fairly firm armrest, and then we open that up. And then, look at that, we got a Wawa gift card in here, and then we have an SD card, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt. Cadillac steering wheel, nice leather-wrapped steering wheel, Cadillac badge on the horn button. Nice and round on the bottom. Might like to see a flat bottom one in here. I don't have a problem, but if you're going to be taller than me at 5'11", your knee is probably going to hit the wheel as you move out. And I have this telescoping tilting wheel all the way into its highest setting, and the seat almost down to its lowest setting. So a flat bottom wheel in here would have worked better, I think. Let me know what you guys think. Here are the magnesium paddles to go through this 10-speed automatic. On the switchgear, it's all flat black, as you can see. Here's our heated steering wheel right up here. And then we have our adaptive cruise, parking sensors. And then we have our telephone and voice commands right here, our V button to get to our V modes. And then we have the controls for the digital dash right over there. Now on the stalks, we have the controls right here for the headlights. And then for our windshield wipers. And then down on the left side here, we have our electronic parking brake, bright and dim the dash, head-up display. You can adjust that how high or low you want it on the windshield for your optimum viewing. Info on the head-up display, and then your lighting on the interior. Now, steering wheel, it is an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. So Cadillac has you covered there. This wheel was already all the way out, so now it's all the way back in, looking good. And then here is our 12-inch digital dash, looking beautiful. Now, drive modes. What do we have? We have My Mode, right, which is your mode, that's your individualized mode, I would say, right? And then you have Tour, which is like normal, and the dash will change, give you a different presentation. Then you have Sport, and again, the dash will change again and give you a different presentation. Then we have Track, and again, it will give you a different presentation. Looking good, looking pretty mean there. Then we have Snow Ice mode, in case you're going to drive this 12 months out of the year, and you pretty much get the same presentation as your touring mode. But we're going to leave this in Sport for the drive today. You also have your V modes by hitting that V button, and then you can go ahead and adjust how you want everything to feel on the V with the V mode button. As you can see, it says personalize this mode by choosing. And so if you hit V, you can then go ahead and get it into V, and then you can choose how you want all this to behave. So very, very nicely done. And then obviously we have additional information you can go through. We have submenus, as you can see, and then we can go across and get additional information that you want to have up while you're going down the road. So it's a nice, easy display, and you can also display your theme. What do I mean by that is you can link your display to your driver mode. So if you're in Tour mode, it's going to give you that display we showed earlier, and then if you switch to Sport, it'll change the display based on the driver mode, or you can lock in a theme that you may want to see. So that's how that works. But overall, it is a really nice, easy, and clear digital dash here on this Blackwing. Here's our overhead console. Here's your 3 garage door programmables right there. Controls for the sunroof. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button right here remains off. And then when you open the door, your lighting comes on. Close the door, the lighting will dim out. No problem. There we go. Now, to open up, you can slide it back or tilt it with these 2 buttons, but the shade is manual. So you're going to move that back and then push it in. Comes up, your wind buffeter goes up, or pull it back down to close up the glass. And then close the shade with your hand. Now here's our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of the Blackwing, Going to be a little bit tight. I have the seat set for my driving position, so we'll try to shoehorn our way in here. Low bridge on the head, and it's tough to get in with your legs. Now I'm in. My head hits the roof. Shoulders have enough room. Knees are practically hitting the seat, so not a lot of room in the back of one of these Blackwings. Back seat material, we have Cadillac simulated leather right up here, and then down here it's plastic, and then we have seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. In the back, 2 heat and air vents. We have a 12 volt down here for power. Rear seat door panels or back door panels looking good, same as the front. There's our front door panel looking good. Here's the back door panel looking the same. Seating material in the back, same as the front with the stitching and the jet black. And then our armrest, nice and soft, 2 cup holders. So it's tight back here. I would have liked to have seen some connectivity back here though for our rear seat passengers. Getting in the trunk of the Blackwing, you can pop it from the door, you can pop it from your key fob, or you can come to the back and right above the license plate, there's a button, you hit it and lift up. Nice and light, nice big opening, officially 10.7 cubic feet of cargo space in the trunk, but it looks bigger than that. It looks like you can fit some good amount of stuff in here. Here are the carpeted floor mats right here that have the V badge on them, looking good. We have the all-season cargo mat in here, our trunk mat, and then underneath, we have more storage in here as well. But overall, it's a nice space in the back of this Blackwing. Let me know what you guys think. I just think it looks bigger than advertised. Window sticker on this Cadillac. We'll zoom on in. Here we have it. Standard equipment. Options. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Made in Michigan. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, so we're on the road in this V-Series Blackwing, and I knew the weather was going to be coming in. I was hoping I could get this whole thing done before that happened, but unfortunately, we're going to hit rain. We got big time rain coming in today, but we're going to do our best here on the drive. Don't want to go too crazy if the roads get too wet with this rear-wheel drive car, but first of all, I got great visibility out the windshield, side glass, side view mirrors, rear view mirror, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz in the Blackwing. I got the great looking head-up display. It's giving me my speed, the speed limit on the road. If you put in your turn-by-turn navigation directions into the infotainment screen and not get them through your phone, then those turn-by-turn directions will show up on the head-up display as well. So that's nice. Really tight on the turns. We're in sport mode now. The steering very tight. Very, very good on the feedback and telling me what the tires are doing. Chassis is very tight. It is very, very responsive to your throttle inputs. I mean, they have really, really sharpened this CT4 up with the Blackwing, and it feels really, really good on the road. No doubt about that. Now, as far as cabin noise, it is a little noisy in here. You're going to hear the road, you're going to hear some wind, and all that kind of stuff. It's just the way it is. We're lower to the ground. We got those 35 series sidewalls on these Sport 4S tires, so we got to be careful where we're going, avoid potholes and all that kind of stuff. In New Jersey, you get a lot of those, trust me. So we're going to have to be careful with that. And obviously, if you get one of these, you'd have to be careful with that. Tech-wise, I'm loving this 12-inch digital instrument cluster. It is super clear, gives you a lot of great information. You can change what information you want to see on here, so you get something to your liking, which is really good. The 8-inch infotainment screen is fine in this size of a car. I don't think I need a bigger one. I got everything I needed in here, including the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. I got the dual climate, the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, the carbon fiber accents inside the vehicle as well. I got USB-A, USB-C connectivity, 12-volt wireless charging. I mean, I am all set inside this Blackwing as far as that goes. Now, the back is tight, and that's not surprising. This is a smaller sports sedan, and they have really tight rear seats. So if you're a taller person, you're going to have a hard time back there. But they're nicely appointed, but I would like to see some connectivity for the rear seat passengers in the Blackwing. Exhaust sound is absolutely brilliant. Sounds wonderful. Sounds really good. You know, when you step on the accelerator, the valves open, you get that really nice grunt. So Cadillac has done a really good job with the exhaust sound on this V6 engine, which is not always easy to do on a V6. The handling is just super, super tight. Barely have to turn the wheel, and this thing follows the road perfectly. So a really, really well done performance chassis on the CT4 Blackwing. Alright, so now we've shifted over to manual, and let's see how this does with the paddles. Roads aren't too wet yet, but we're not going to get too crazy. Do they fire off fast? They fire off really fast out of this 10-speed. You heard that. I mean, there's my sound effects in case you didn't hear it on the camera. Man, they fire off in a hurry. So really, really well done with this 10-speed. Wow. Wow. Whew, that's all right. We're going to come down here, take this downhill turn to the left, but we're going to be careful because it's starting to rain pretty good. And somebody could be coming the other way. Brakes are really good. These Brembos are just holding on. It's holding the gear beautifully in manual. Come around this way, come back to the left. Back to the right. Oh, just amazing. Really well done. I can see why Car and Driver has put this as one of their best sports sedans that they've tested. This thing is just killer. Absolutely killer. Well built, well put together. Cadillac just hit it right on the head with the performance. This is a true sports sedan. And now the roads are starting to get really wet, so we're gonna go back to our regular drive mode and not get too crazy now, but they've done a really, really good job. And this is one of my favorite sports sedans that I've driven. One of my favorites. You have to put this up as one of my favorite cars of 2024 already. And we are just a few days into the year. But anyway, let me know what you think about this CT4 Blackwing. Let me know if this is the kind of sports sedan you would rock, you would want to be seen in, you would want to drive, or are you going to go with that BMW M3, which is what Cadillac went after with this car, instead of one of these Blackwings? Let me know that in the comments. Or would you go somewhere else besides this Blackwing or an M3 for your performance sedan money? Put that down in the comments as well. I'd love to hear from you. But I would like to thank the subscriber who allowed the vehicle access to their new Blackwing. It's got about 4,000 miles on it, and it is a fantastic car. So kudos to them for picking one of these up, and thank you so much for allowing the channel to film and drive your car today. I'd also like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.